The International Energy Agency says it expects renewables to make up almost half of sub-Saharan Africa's power generation by the year 2040. Jason Wong, the CEO and founder of Omnicharge, now joins me in studio to discuss the disruption in the power sector value chain across Africa. Jason, many thanks for joining us on Open Exchange West Africa.
Good morning, Christine.
So shall we start by getting your initial assessment of Africa's effort at generating sufficient power for its population in continent?
So we understand that there is a lack of power generators currently available to power all the SMEs and all the local residentials. So there needs to be a distributed power solutions. So that's where we come in. We're looking into our solutions, be able to take lithium power, renewable power, and be able to distribute it to local communities and local homes, SMEs, and enterprises.
In terms of support now, I'm aware that your work is not limited to Nigeria, cuts across some portions of sub-Saharan Africa.
Yes.
In terms of support that you are getting within the continent, how would you rate this?
So our local partner is Platform Capital. They are investors and our local partners to understand and distribute our solutions across the continent. We're going to start in Nigeria first as our key hub, and then go across all the Sahara, and then also South America and all these regions across Africa.
Now, you're aiming specifically to disrupt the current power system or efforts at generating power within Africa. Speak to me on recommended business models that you think may work in this regard, because we've seen Africa over the years test different models that haven't so far been yielding as much results as the continent needs in terms of power sufficiency and generation.
So I think a lot of it is that we're taking older generation technologies that is trying to implement it in Africa currently right now. So where we come in is we're a U.S. company, Silicon Valley funded. We have a manufacturing in China. So we want to take the latest technologies, the power solutions of today, and bring it to Africa by taking renewables and distributing power by making battery packs that's able to distribute quickly, scalable to all the communities, SMEs, and enterprise. We're able to build solutions from small power banks all the way to 1 kilowatt, 5 kilowatt, 10 kilowatt solutions that can be distributed easily and portable. The key part to our solution is portable. It is not stuck in your homes, your offices. You can take it with you anywhere in the world.
Jason, portable power is not exactly new to Africa,
right,
as many of the ways to find a way around power issues on the continent. Africans are generally used to small power packs, smaller batteries. So what would you say is innovative as far as your intervention goes? What's new?
Right. So our solution is proprietary and patented. There's a few things about us. One is we're able to accept universal power in, meaning any of our solutions are integrated with inverters and universal, so you can just plug in solar power into our solutions no matter what size it is. Secondly, is we're able to convert that power to any power you need, whether that's AC outlet out or USB-C or any power that you need to power any devices that you are needed to work at home. I'll take, for instance, TVs, fridges, any of your devices. We can convert that power and be available made to you. Number 3, longevity. Currently, right now, ASIC can last for 2 years. Our solution is 5 to 7 years out time frame. We can design solutions with the latest technologies of today and bring it to Africa.
So do you have any of your manufacturing plants located in Africa?
So that is the plan. This is currently our plan in the future. Currently, right now, we have an R&D center in US and also China, and manufacturing plants in China. In the future, once we discover the solution that's scalable, we're going to immediately bring that over to Nigeria and Africa and be able to localize this. We want this to be a local African solution.
Now, you've highlighted the fact that this is a Silicon Valley funded project. Speak to me on the nature of interventions that you have been getting, or nature of interest that you may have been getting from private sectors in Africa.
It's very interesting. I came here and discovering the market right now. And interesting enough, a lot of people are saying, we need the solution. We need to have a scalable solution because many homes are out of power. Some homes are out of power all day, and some homes are powered with only 4 hours. They would like to see a solution that's scalable, and the welcoming, the interest is such high that I've been very busy meeting with investors and also impact investors currently right now in Nigeria.
Jason, I'm currently looking at a report by the International Energy Agency, which says specifically that half the growth of electricity generation up until the year 2040 will come from renewables and portable power. So that obviously validates the intervention that you're bringing in. And I'll take you back now to the support from African government. Would you say that you have seen outright policies in continent tailored to support your intervention?
Right. I see a connection of the ecosystem here in Africa and in Nigeria, where the government and private sectors and also corporations, impact investors, they're working together, having grants and investments ready to deploy. The key part isn't about whether the funds are ready, right? It's more of, are the solutions ready? Are we bringing the latest technologies to Africa and not using older generation technologies that's not efficient? So what we want to do is, because we're a power solutions company as Omnicharge, we'll design it, we'll localize it, and distribute it across Africa. And we're going to manufacture in scale. So I think the part that's missing is scalability, and we want to bring that over as a solution.
Jason, shall we take a moment to look at the consumer side of the provisions that you're making now? How would you rate the embrace that you're getting from the consumers across Africa? Would you say that there is a readily available buying power? Like I said earlier, portable energy is not exactly new. Right. It's been the solution that Africans readily move to because they can't exactly individually or independently resolve the power issues in continents. So you go to buy batteries if you can. Right.
So currently right now we are selling our solutions for professionals and enterprise across US, Europe, and Japan. Our solutions are going to major Fortune 500 companies, military, US military solutions. So we are already bringing those solutions right now through our partners at Platform Capital to find partners locally, distributors, to sell to consumers. And in the last few days I've been here, I've noticed they are capable of purchasing our solutions currently today already. That our solutions sort of fit within their lifestyles, because if you look at SMEs and entrepreneurs, they need to work off-site. They need to work where the customers are. They're willing to spend the money to be productive in the field and not be dependent on power outage. They'd rather have our solutions and be able to make them build the business. So that's where we come in. We want to build more and localized solutions. And over time, we're going to find bigger and bigger solutions to be able to solve more problems.
So you have established that there is readily available interest from consumers across the continent. Now, let's talk about your recommended market penetration strategies to reach those consumers whom you have said are willing to actually purchase portable power and maybe are able to invest in such power generation strategies.
Right. So currently our strategy is work through distribution partners that are able to hit into the retail channels, the business SME channels, and also the enterprise channels. So even having enterprise, if I could take a moment, have them provide portable power solutions within their offices to offer to their employees so that they can bring power and go home and work from offsite. Because we have a mobile workforce that's around the globe, that's in Africa too. Nobody needs to be in the office to work, right? We don't want them offsite, helping customers, helping them offsite. So that's where we come in, is that not just the consumer end, consumer, small businesses, and enterprise need to work together, have our solutions available anywhere, anytime.
So it's got to be a chain. Now, the same International Energy Agency report talks about the fact that efforts to promote electrification is gaining momentum. That's validating also efforts like by investors like yours. But it said also outrightly, such efforts by interventions like yours are very much outpaced by the population within the continent. So let's look at market saturation. Do we have enough people, enough investors showing interest in portable power and getting it across to the consumers at the end of the value chain in Africa?
I would say that this problem of the power problem is very widespread, that I think a lot of people are aware of it. And I think the funding is there. The problem is that how do we scale quickly, right? And because we're leveraging between Silicon Valley funding and also China manufacturing, as you know, China manufacturing, if you want to scale up, we can scale very, very quickly and bring that solution and then also localize it in Africa so that we can scale very quickly as well. The key part is making sure the technology and the product market fit is there. And that's where we come in. We want to bring engineers, power engineers down here, build the portable power with the latest advanced technology. We want to skip a step. We want to next the advancement. Let's go faster, right? And then once the solution is ready, we can deploy across Africa very, very quickly.
Leverage on technology, deploy across Africa very quickly. Many thanks to you for your time and thoughts on Open Exchange West Africa, Jason.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you.
Jason Wong is the CEO and founder of Omnicharge.